and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. So today I'll be doing a hashtag spring TBR. I got this idea from another YouTuber, specifically a booktuber. Her booktube channel is Wicked Reading, but I believe her @ is Wicked Scorpio. So I'll be sure to link her channel down below. If you like books or booktube, I'll make sure to link that. So I wanted to do, so she did this video on what book she was going to read for the spring season. So she was doing a TBR specifically for seasonal rather than monthly. And I like that idea because I feel like monthly, to read all these books, like you have this long list of books that you want to read and you're like, am I really going to get through all these books in a month? Probably not. So I like more the fact of doing a TBR per season because there's like a few months where you can get through a list of books. So I decided to do a video for that, and I'm going to show the books that I want to read or want to finish and read in the spring season. So it is spring now. Spring equinox is today as you're watching this video. So happy spring. And we have like 3 months-ish to read the stack of books that I have here, which I feel like is pretty doable in my opinion, maybe-ish. We shall see, I guess, how this works. But I could always update you in the next TBR video for the summer, right? I think that would be fun. So I'm going to go through, so I have 3 books that I've started and that I want to finish. And then I have 4 books that I have not started and want to read. So I'll start with the fiction ones first. So the first book is Roar Like a Goddess, Every Woman's Guide to Becoming Unapologetically Powerful, Prosperous, and Peaceful. This is by Arkaya Shunya, I believe. Apologies if I mispronounced the first name. So this is what the cover looks like here. And I was actually sent this last year. I got it in September for the purposes of review. And I'm only starting it now, so I have started it. I'm in the first part here, about to explore the goddess Durga, I believe is how you pronounce that. Apologies again if I mispronounce anything. So in the back here it says, in War Like a Goddess, trailblazing Vedic spiritual teacher Acharya Shunya, apologies again if I mispronounced the name, honors her progressive Vedic roots while breaking the shackles of tradition to bring modern day women an inclusive feminist spirituality. Through a revolutionary revisioning of ancient India's primary goddess archetypes, Shunya invites us to step into our divine immensity and lead lives of power, abundance, and freedom. Durga vanquishes patriarchal ideologies to help us access our full power. Lakshmi boldly leads the way to abundance, and Saraswati illuminates the gifts of freedom. It's the time for all women to come out of the closet and roar with all their spiritual power, because this is our true sound. So this retails for $19.99 in the US, $26.99 in Canada. So yeah, I did receive this for the purposes of review. So I just started it. So far I'm really liking it, but I haven't read that much. So I'm excited to get into the goddesses now because I finished the introduction, so I'm excited to actually get into the goddesses. So that's book number 1 that I want to finish in spring season. Next book that I started was Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teachings of Plants. This is by Robin Wall Kimmerer. I'm not sure how to pronounce the surname, to be honest with you. But in the back here, it says, as a botanist, Robin has been trained to ask questions of nature with the tools of science. As a member of the citizen Potawatomi Nation, she embraces the notion that plants, animals are our oldest teachers. Again, apologies if I mispronounce any names. In Braiding Sweetgrass, Robin brings the lenses of knowledge together to show that the awakening of a wider ecological consciousness requires the acknowledgement and celebration of reciprocal relationship with the rest of the living world. For only when we hear the languages of other beings are we capable of understanding the generosity of the earth and learning to give our own gifts in return. So I did start this, and I read the introduction and the first chapter. So I'm actually on chapter 2, and so far I'm really liking it. It's divided in different parts. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 parts with several different chapters within each part. So it is a hefty book, but I feel like I can probably finish this by spring. If not, then I'll just bring it over into summer. But I do want to continue reading this for spring. So those were my 2 nonfiction books that I started and want to finish reading. Now, the only fiction book that I actually started want to finish reading is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is by Taylor Jenkins Reid. In the back here, it says, reclusive Hollywood icon Evelyn Hugo is finally ready to tell the truth about her glamorous and scandalous life. But when she chooses unknown magazine reporter Monica Grant to write her story, no one is more astounded than Monica herself. Determined to use this opportunity to jumpstart her career, Monica listens in fascination. From making her way to Los Angeles in the 1950s to leaving show business in the 80s, and of course the 7 husbands along the way, Evelyn upspools a tale of ruthless ambition, unexpected friendship, and a great forbidden love. But as Evelyn's story nears its conclusion, it becomes clear that her life intersects with Monica's own in a tragic and irreversible ways. Really good. I think I'm halfway already. I've read a lot of it, as you can see. Here, I don't know if you can see, but I've read quite a bit and only have about this left. So it's definitely doable. I'm on chapter 31 currently. So yes, and there are 60 something, 70 chapters or 69. Okay, so there's 69 chapters in the book, so I feel like I'm about halfway. And so far, I've been loving it. Honestly, it's pretty good. Pretty wild, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm excited to finish. I'm about to get into her next husband, which is Rex North. So, yeah, I'm definitely excited to finish reading this during spring. Now, the last 4 books that I want to read, so 2 are nonfiction and the other 2 are fiction books. So I want to read 2 books that I received from Running Press for review because I think I would really, really I feel like I really love them, honestly. They look really decent and right up my alley. So the first is Calming Magic, Enchanted Rituals for Peace, Clarity, and Creativity. This is by Nikki Vanderkar, and it is illustrated by Penelope Dulligan. So this is the book. In the back here, it just says Conjure Calm and Summon Serenity. Use the power of intention, ritual, and spell work to craft a more peaceful, connected life. Harnessing ancient wisdom and profound magic, this enchanted guide pairs mindfulness with mysticism to support the body, mind, and heart in times of stress. So I really want to read this and do some of the activities that are in here because I feel like we'd get along really well, me in this book. Honestly, I think this is going to be I have high hopes, and I feel like this is going to be 5 stars for me, but we shall see. And then the other nonfiction that I want to read is The Wellness Witch, Healing Potions, Soothing Spells, and Empowering Rituals for Magical Self-Care. This is by Nikki Vanderkar and illustrated by Anissa McCool. So this is what it looks like. I love the cover. So pretty. And in the back here, it states mystical wellness practices for the mind, body, and home, filled with soothing rituals, healing potions, and empowering spells. Wellness Witch brings a touch of magic to your self-care routine. Develop rituals for enchanted well-being, clean beauty, and personal creativity. As you craft custom aromatherapy blends, create cleansing smudge sticks, perform calming yoga sequences, and cast simple spells that invite a peace, strength, and wonder into your everyday. So I am excited to dive deep into this. Wellness is, I really love diving into this, and just have like yoga poses and things that you can do. So I feel like this would be a nice fun thing to try to do along with some of the other stuff. So I'm excited to dive into this spring and do some of the things that are in here and read it. Now, the last 2 books are part of a series. They're a fairy series. This is a fantasy book. Yeah, fantasy book. So the first one is called Wicked Lovely. This is by Melissa Marr. This is the cover. That's the cover. Now, I read this a long time ago. So I've had the first 3 books for I don't even know how many years. I bought this a long time ago. When did this even release? Let's see. 2007. So I've had this a very long time. Pretty sure I got it whenever the third one was out. So maybe around 2009, maybe 2010, 2011 maybe. I don't know. It was a long time ago I got these books. And I read the first one. But it's been so long, I don't even remember. Like, all I know is that this series is about fairies and this girl who, she comes from that world, or one of her parents comes from that world or something. And I don't know, she marries into that world. I don't know. I don't even remember. So I want to reread the first book here, and then move on to the second. I would like to eventually get into the third because I have the third one already, and I need to buy the 4th and 5th because there's 5 books in the series. So maybe if I get through these 2 in spring, I can get to the 3rd one in the summer and then get the 4 and 5 then. So yes, these are YA novels. It's a YA series. So yeah, so in the back here it says, Aslan has always seen fairies. Powerful and dangerous, they walk hidden in the mortal world. When the rules that have kept Aslan safe from them stop working, everything is suddenly on the line. Her freedom, her best friend Seth, her life, everything. Fairy intrigue, mortal love, and the clash of ancient rules and modern expectations swirl together in Melissa Marr's stunning 21st century fairy tale. And then the second book in the series, in the Wicked Lovely series, is Ink Exchange. So this is the second one. And this one in the back says, 17-year-old Leslie knows nothing of fairies or their shadowy power struggles. When she is attracted to an eerily beautiful tattoo, all she knows is that she has to have it. Convinced it is a tangible symbol of changes she desperately craves for in her own life. The tattoo does bring changes, not the kind that Leslie has dreamed of, but sinister, compelling changes that bind Leslie to Ariel, a dark and dangerous fairy king fighting for the soul of his court. Slowly, Leslie is drawn deeper and deeper into the fairy world, unable to resist its allures and helpless to withstand its pearls. Melissa Marr continues her tales of the fairy in a dark, ravaging story of temptation and consequences and the end of heroism when least expected. So I'm excited to read these two books. Honestly, should have read these a long time ago, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So, and these are like super old, like they're like yellow now. They took in a lot of sun. So I'm really excited to read all of these books. So this is my, it's heavy. The hardbacks, that's what's heavy. So this is my lineup for my spring TBR. And I'm hoping to get through all of this. And I'm really excited to read all of this. So yeah, that was #SpringTBR. Super excited. Check out Wicked Reading down below if you like booktube and if that interests you. Her videos are pretty interesting and I like a lot of the books that she's reading, so definitely give her a follow if you're interested in that side of YouTube and watching books and vlogs on books and things like that. So yes, let me know in the comments below what you're reading. It could be witchy, it could be not witchy, it could be tarot related, it could be fiction, nonfiction, whatever. Whatever you're reading, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to maybe potentially look into more books and adding things into my wish list and my want to read list and stuff like that. So I do thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as it's greatly appreciated and helps me in the long run. Thanks so much, and I hope that you have a great day.